Welcome back to another edition of Coach's Corner. Today we have Whitman men's basketball coach John Lamanna on the program. This is the second time John's been on, first being when he was hired as coach this past summer. Obviously a lot to get into, but when we last had you on, you were in the process of moving in from the Midwest. Have you gotten settled yet? You know, relatively speaking, of course.
So it's obviously nice to be back on, John, and talking with you about our program. And we are finally all settled, and my family and I were excited and enjoying being in Walla Walla. And so now it's just a matter of getting things kicked off for us with basketball.
Yeah, before we talk about your team and upcoming season, I want to recognize it's been truly a challenge for not only you, but all coaches in navigating these COVID waters. The only thing any of us knows for certain is that what we're doing is our very best to return the competition in as safe a way as possible. I know it's so uncertain, but what's the latest with men's basketball and when you expect to be back on the court?
So first and foremost, the whole thing is the one thing is certain is that things are going to be uncertain. So with that being said, we're excited that we're going to be bringing our student athletes back on December 27th. So they'll be moving back onto campus, and then we'll be able to start getting into practice and essentially starting our season. Then, in regards to our games and so forth, we're still waiting on the Northwest Conference to produce a schedule. We're going to play an abbreviated schedule this year, which will be conference only games, and we're expecting a conference schedule that will be approved by the presidents here at some point in the coming weeks in December. So more to come on that as that information rolls out. But for us, we're moving forward as if games are gonna be starting, and our group's excited to come back to campus.
I know, as you mentioned about the Northwest Conference schedule, there's the Oregon schools are having a little bit of trouble. I know it's a lot of shifting. So, kudos to the conference for, working hard to get that going, and that'll be up on our website soon. So be patient, folks. So, this is such an unusual situation again. No guarantees. Anything's going to go according to plan, as you said. But, you're set to open practice in less than a month, as you said, even with these ever evolving return to play plans, that has to be exciting, huh?
Oh, it's extremely exciting. I mean, this is the longest I've ever gone without basketball. And I'm talking about even when I was a kid playing, because I used to play almost all year round. So this is the longest I've experienced not having basketball in terms of practice going on, and I'm itching to get back. And the part that's awesome, we've been talking to our guys about, we get to be, it helps us refocus our gratitude towards the game, and it's going to be exciting to get them on the floor, and I know that they're anxious.
Is it challenging that, so far you've been dealing a lot of the uncertainty? Like you're aware of the uptick in cases in the community, in the country. Is it hard to focus on basketball, or is it something you're able to do?
So, no, I'm able to focus on basketball. I do am following the upticks, and just really confident in regards to what Whitman College is doing and has prepared for the return of our students. I think better than anybody else in regards to the investment that we've made in testing and the investment in the protective equipment that's necessary, and the protocols that are put into place. And so all of that puts at least my mind at ease that we have a group that's going to come back and it's going to be safe for everybody. So with that being said, I'm excited about what we have in stored for us.
Yeah, I know we're on department meetings every week or every other week, and it seems such a complicated initiative that the school is trying to do. But I think that's just an example of, if we do get back, and when we get back, I think that our student athletes and coaches are going to be be safe.
Yes.
So I think you have confidence in that, which is very good.
Yep.
So I want to get to your squad a little bit. This is your first year with the Blues. You'll be fielding a team with a ton of new faces. Only 4 returnees, in fact. Just tell us something about your players and some names you expect to make an immediate impact this season for you.
So I like our group a lot, and we talk quite often as a team and individually, and the guys' mindsets and their demeanor and their energy has been awesome. And so I'm excited about our returners with Bryce Mulder, Kanoa Johnson, Weston Crump, and Carlos Angel. We have a good, strong nucleus with those returners, and the program's had such great success for over almost a decade now. And so they're going to play a huge role in regards to continuing, that positive culture that the program has here. And they've done awesome work in regards to communicating with the newcomers, because we have a slew of newcomers with only 4 returners, that the rest of them are all new. So they're coming into a situation that is going to be different from what their experience has been. And so we have 2 transfers coming in, 2 junior college transfers, Walter Lum and Maman Yau, and they're both coming in from California, from the junior college ranks, and both were very successful in regards to their production at that level. And so excited about what they're going to be able to add to our group. And then our group of freshmen, I think, are also going to be able to help us immediately, and they're going to play an impact with Xavier Lino, Jay Desponde, Sean Johnson, Grant Hunt, and Matt Thompson. All of those individuals are going to be able to play, I think, key roles for us. And in regards to roles specific, we still got to get on the floor and get everybody together. But I'm excited about the group that we have, and simply just their dedication. And in my years, you get a sense of what guys and how they're communicating in regards to kind of what's their mindset and where they're at, and feel good about it.
What are your thoughts about playing, kind of in an empty stadium, so to speak? We're not going to have fans there. It's unlikely. I think probably you as a first-year coach, I mean, you're somewhat familiar with the environment that we had. Is that disappointing, or do you feel like it's something you and the team are just going to plow through? You guys are going to be okay?
I think we'll be okay.
Is it something you have to address with the team?
So yeah, we'll discuss it. My biggest thing is I just want to make sure the fan base and our just the alumni and the boosters and everybody that they don't forget about us, and they still want to come out next year once we're up and going and everything's good to go. So we're going to plow through it. It is what it is, and we'll make do and get focused in on what we can ultimately control. And that's going to be what the energy and the effort we're able to put out on the floor.
Well, I know that fans are going to be chomping at the bit next season.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. I'm assuming that we'll be back to at least that sort of a normal. So, yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, they'll be raring to go. And the live stream will be going this year, so we'll get to see a lot of you guys in action. Weston Crump and Bryce Mulder. Bryce is a 2-year letter winner. Weston was new last year. And they came off the bench, played significant minutes. What are your thoughts on them, and what kind of impact do you see from them this season?
So I'm expecting a huge year out of both of them. And let's talk about Bryce as a senior for us. I mean, this will be his last season. And I think he has an opportunity for it to be his best season of his playing career. And he's already put up good production. And so I think how we're going to play is going to fit Bryce and his strengths very well. And obviously his size is going to play a role in how we look defensively. So, and then in regards to Weston, I think Weston fits what we're looking for and the type of guard that I've had success with and has been successful in my system. Weston fits that to a T. And I think that we're going to be able to kind of take the lid off of Weston's game a little bit and let him go. And I think we might be able to see some real fireworks out of him. And as everyone knows, he's one heck of a shooter. And I think what we're going to let those reins go and let's see what he can do. So I'm excited about Weston and the production that he potentially has in him.
Yeah, he was just recalling from last season as a real hard worker, energy guy off the bench. So, looking forward to seeing him in year 2. So John, thanks for coming on the program today. You mentioned to me before we got on the air here that we haven't actually met in person, you and I, and it's been almost half of it a year. So hopefully that'll be coming soon. And before sometime, just moments before your first game, your tip off. So hopefully sooner than that. But
at least then.
Yeah, thanks again, John. So we're all hopeful, excited to get the season going, which we hope, as you mentioned, will be the start of Northwest Conference play this January. Thanks again, John, and take care, okay?
Wonderful. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. And obviously, go Blues.